Well, that was quite the match, quite the result. There was a little bit of everything, sending offs, early substitutions, disciplinary action, a bit of everything. So let's kind of start at the beginning with the starting lineup. So initially, what I thought Pablo Mari should have started instead of David Luiz. I was surprised to see Emil Smith Rowe and Odegaard both starting because, excuse me, because they haven't really complemented each other very well thus far since Odegaard has arrived. So I was kind of surprised to see um, both of them start. I thought maybe one would start and then you would have a veteran in either Willian or Pepe or even Aubameyang start. Well, the Aubameyang obviously disciplinary action against him. As soon as I heard it was disciplinary action, I knew that he wasn't going to see the pitch today. Having him on the bench as kind of a decoy is kind of like what I expected. Didn't really expect to see him on at all today. And in terms of, if we needed someone else to play as a lead striker, you obviously have Lacazette, but then you also have Pepe, who hasn't been used there at all, but he can also play that position. So the first 20 minutes, it was all Arsenal. Speedy recovery to Son, who looked like he picked up a hamstring injury. He's had another great, spectacular season for Spurs. So wishing him a speedy recovery. But I think Harry Kane not being 100% today, and it didn't look like he was 100%, apart from the last 10, 15 minutes, not having him as 100%, I think what Spurs wanted to do today was have a lot of their attacking go through either Bale or Son. And when Son came off, I kind of threw a wrench to their plans. And even though Lamela came on and he played very well for at least 15, 20 minutes, scoring an outstanding goal, his second Rabona in his career. He was really good, I thought, when he came on. But again, it was for like a 15, 20-minute spell. And then Spurs had, I would say, a lot of the ball in the 5 minutes after scoring. And then after that, it kind of drifted to Arsenal yet again. So, like I said, I think Kane was just used kind of as a decoy, even though in the last, I think, 15, 20 minutes, he just kind of gave it all he had. The goal from Odegaard was well deserved. And Emil Smith Rowe was outstanding today. He hit the crossbar earlier, and the Odegaard goal was kind of like, deflected off a defender, but you're going to take it any way you can. And we fully deserved going into the half, at least with a draw. I was disappointed that we didn't score more in the first half. Like I said, there was, the crossbar woodwork, and then we also had a lot of other chances, and we kept most of the possession. And Spurs just looked completely off today. Second half approaches. Saka goes off. I suspect it's due to an injury. I thought he was pretty good in the first half. A lot of fouls were committed on him, as it's been happening the last month and a half, where teams are just kind of destroying him every time he gets the balls and they're committing fouls. The penalty, I thought it was a penalty. I understand that Lacazette just got the ball off, and then I believe it was Sanchez that kind of hit him there. I thought it was a penalty. Cool, calm, and collected. And after everything that we haven't been given this season, getting that penalty, I think it was well deserved. The Pepe ball was outstanding. When he first took it, I thought to myself, I don't know, like, what the heck was he doing? Was that even a shot on net? It was so powerful. But Lacazette did an excellent job of collecting the ball and trying to get a shot on target. And Davinson Sanchez, brings him down in the box. The Lamela red card, or second yellow, I thought that was the right decision as well. You can't go up with your hand that high. He's already on a yellow. He started the match, if you remember, I believe he kicked David Luiz, and it looked like he was in his head a little bit as the match went on, and then he gets sent off. And then, Spurs put on the pressure for the last 15, 20, 25 minutes. And, like I said, Harry Kane started playing well. I thought Lucas Moura probably was their best player today. There was 3 or 4 times when he took the ball and he kind of just got by 3 or 4 Arsenal guys. But for Arsenal, I thought Xhaka was really good today. I thought Thomas Partey is really good in midfield. He just has to work on getting rid of the ball a lot quicker than he does. There was a moment in the first half where he kind of got stripped, where he's very nonchalant in the midfield, which is something he's going to have to work on. It could just be the type of player that he is, but it's something he's going to have to work on, because the players here are a lot faster and a lot stronger, and they'll bully off the ball, and the officials usually won't call it. So that's something he has to work on. Thought Lacazette was great leading the line. I believe that's 3 goals in the last 3 matches against Spurs. And then we go to the chance that, Kane has. Hits the post, comes back, and Gavi clears it almost off the line. If we went away with a 2-2 draw, I think it would have been more like a loss, and I think the commentators mentioned that as well. And for Spurs, it would have been like a win. So I'm glad we got that win. I thought Gabriel at the back was great. I thought David Luiz was really good as well. Although, to be fair, apart again from the last 20 minutes where Kane really looked like he woke up, there wasn't really much to do in terms of the defensive pairing there. But Hugo Lloris, he's very suspect with his clearing of the ball. And when he has to take a touch outside the box, we saw that in the first half again. It reminds me a little bit of Bernd Leno. When Bernd Leno, picked up that red card when the ball hit his hand. I thought that was the same thing was going to happen to Hugo Lloris. He almost handled it, hit his chest, luckily for him. And it's a great win for us. We're still obviously nowhere where we want to be with 10th, I believe, and they're 7th. So Mikel Arteta's first win against Mourinho, either as a player or a manager. Something to watch for is Aubameyang going forward. I don't like where this is going. Alba's had a really strange season. I get that he's not scoring a lot of goals, and he had the whole issue with his mom's health, but he just seems a little bit out of it this season. And according to reports, it looked like he was very mad during warm-ups prior to the match. So it's something to keep an eye on. We'll see what happens going forward into the second leg against Olympiacos. If he doesn't start Olympiacos, I wouldn't take too much out of it because it is a 3-1 lead. I mean, it's not done by any stretch of the imagination, but Laka scored a goal today. He was really good. Maybe you start Laka and you bring Aubameyang off the bench. But as soon as I heard it was this disciplinary action today, I knew that he wasn't going to feature today because you kind of keep him on the bench because he's, I guess, your captain. And again, as a decoy, kind of like I think what Spurs were doing with Kane. I don't think Kane is 100%. So use him as a decoy. If we could get Odegaard at any cost, we should. I thought he was exceptional today. I think I mentioned that him and Emile Smith-Rowe don't really complement each other that well, or they haven't since Odegaard got here. I thought that they were tremendous today, both of them. Pepe was really good when he came on. So something to watch going forward. Hope Saka's injury isn't too serious and he's back. He could possibly miss Olympiacos as well, depending again on how serious it is. And yeah, we roll from here.